Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new series on Endless Space. I'm going to be checking this game out. I played the first one a lot. Um, I wasn't a big fan of the card battling kind of thing mechanic, but other than that, I really loved that game. And they decided to make a second one, and it looks amazing. I saw a couple streamers and whatnot play some really early builds of the game, and it looked really fun. So I kind of kept myself. I blacked myself out. I didn't see like how this game works or anything like that. I'm kind of going in blind. I did spend a little time trying to start a series in this game, and I failed because the music was far too loud and you could not hear me. So yeah, I do have a small idea of what I'm doing, but for the most part, I'm a brand new, inexperienced player. I'm playing as the Vodyani. They are kind of like fanatical purifier kind of people. They're very interesting race. They're shipbound. They don't actually leave their ships. They have like a, I guess, I don't know how to put them. They call them arcs. I mean, they're pretty easy to grasp. But they have a special resource that they use to create more arcs, and those arcs are used to kind of colonize other systems. I set all my competitors to random because I feel like that's a better way to do it. And I picked the twin elliptical galaxy because I thought that sounded cool. And everything else I think is default. So yeah, let's hop into the game. It's basically a 4X game in space. You kind of manage an empire. There are political factions and all kinds of good stuff. Very similar to Stellaris, but in a turn-based way. It has very notable differences, but same kind of general idea.
Had a home world, but we were poor caretakers. Had we not discovered the virtual relics, our tale would have ended there. By their grace, we were elevated, and we strive to serve their memory. Yet, in our moment of exaltation, a false prophet arose. The heretics summoned ancient demons and corrupted the faithful. But we refuse his lies and reject his accusations. We will see the heretic drown in his blasphemies. He will not break our will and bring ruin on our church. Only then can we shed our mortal cloth and rise. Endless.
So yeah, that kind of gives a little bit of a backstory to this race and, you know, who they are, what they do. The kind of lore behind this universe is that there was some proto-civilization that kind of dominated the galaxy and then disappeared for some unknown reason. I honestly do not have any idea why. And you're kind of figuring out what's going on. There are these like special academy things that are very mysterious and unusual that you kind of find. But yeah, this is the game. So the home planet of the Vodyani was a poor temperate world, and the fragility of its environment meant it was soon depleted. As a result, the Vodyani were driven into space by necessity, and already have a long history of shipbound people. Though their civilization is not now tied to the arcs, their planet of origin remains a powerful symbol both as a lesson in ecology and as a memory of the weak and grotesque forms they had before the virtual technology that allowed them to evolve beyond that. Yeah, the like weird like Sibulba style thing I think was what they used to look like, and then they somehow genetically transformed themselves with the help of that technology that they found on their home planet or whatever.
The
Interesting
violent
lore.
rebellion of the heretic, though long ago, left scars that have only recently healed. Now as you once more look outward, you hear reports of star systems full of wealth, alien populations rich with essence, and endless ruins to explore and venerate. Your faith is your North Star that guides you, as the responsibility of your church weighs on the shoulders of your holy cloth. May the virtual saints guide you.
So yeah, we are starbound. We're gonna try and colonize and explore, exterminate, you know, all of those things. All the X's that I cannot never remember. Looks like we're on the edge of the galaxy here. There's another one over here, and then this middle bit with like a bunch of stars that get caught up in the chaos. We have an arc ship here. Right? Yeah, this is an arc ship. It is anchored to this system, basically meaning that it's stuck here, but it is basically acting as a colony. The Vodyani find it sacrilegious to populate unclean worlds. Instead, they live on their great arcs, surrounded by the holy light, and their methods of colonization are quite different to other races. To exploit the worlds, the Vodyani must use the anchor or withdraw arc fleet action to anchor an arc to a system. Your first arc is already anchored, but you can be withdrawn at any time for no cost. Note, though, that the significant drop in dust and science yields when you withdraw the arc. Basically, we can move our home planet around as we please. So if we find a better system around us, we might just move there. We have this special resource here. I think it's telling me about that. Unlike other civilizations, the Vodyani doesn't grow appreciably through the consumption of food. Instead, to grow, they need to acquire a substance called essence. As you might have guessed, essence is obtained by sending Vodyani craft to inhabited systems and leeching it from the local population using the fleet action harvest essence. All ships except arcs can perform this task. The special modules can be added and enhance this leeching process. So yeah, any ship can leech, apparently. I'm not sure if that's entirely true. Oh yeah, no, they have a harvest essence. Okay. I know that the leechers are very good at it because they have a special module to do it. I think first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take this first Crimson Purge. We could send a probe. Let's launch a probe in that direction. Then we'll launch one in that direction. Then we're gonna go out this way. Oh no. I guess we used up all our movement actions. I'm gonna select the first Scarlet Purge. Is that leeching vessel. We're gonna send them out that way. We will wait on these to see what happens with them. We should probably check out our home system as well. We have colonized this tundra world. We are unable to colonize these right now. It looks like an ash and a savanna there. As well as directly leeching essence from captive populations, the Vodyani may acquire miraculous substance using the system improvement alms for essence. Converts dust reserves into essence. So basically, I can do this, turn all the dust that I collect from the system, which is only 1, and 1/4 of it turns into essence, and then I can use that essence to build more arc ships. Probably not something we'll be doing right away, but maybe in the future, depending on how much essence we have, stockpiled and whatnot. We should look into ways we can improve this. Older, harsh, but stable. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. There are things we can build here. I think building this for some science and dusk is a good idea. Let's build that cerebral reality. We can also think about things like infinite supermarkets, but for now, I think we don't need to queue up anything else. This is the research screen. There are 4 kind of quadrants. There's your military, empire development, science and exploration, and economy and trade. You start with a couple research. It looks like we have off-world agribusiness and xenobiology researched. I cannot talk today. And yeah, that's like, as you research, you get things like up here, a few ship hulls that you can get weapon systems in your military section. Down in your science and exploration, you get, the ability to colonize different planets. And economy and trade. It's pretty much system improvements, I think. Mostly just, getting a better economy, rare resources and whatnot. I think we probably want to start either in science and exploration or economy and trade. I want to take a look. We have a savannah here. I'm not sure if we can research the savannah, and we don't know what the other systems around us look like yet. I might not want to start with that. I think one of these is savannah, yeah. Might not be a bad idea. Advanced scanners. So we can detect more curiosities, which is actually a really good thing. Free movement for all ships. Movement bonus. I'm not sure what that means, free movement for all ships. Do all ships get to warp? Let's try this. Baryonic shielding. And then we should have a hero. Here's our hero. It's probably our leader. It kind of looks like our leader. No, that's someone different. He's a Guardian. Guardians focus on fleet warfare and industrial production. The Guardian ship is oriented towards attack, carrying more weapons and modules to pack additional punch for its fleets. Okay. I think we're going to assign him to a system for now. To try and get some production output out of that system while we're exploring, trying to figure out where we want to move next. And yeah, I think that's enough for turn 1, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah. Looks like... Oh, maybe there's one idle fleet. Who's idle? You're idle. Oh no, we did get to turn 2. Alright, so... Let's see if the probes will keep going. Maybe they already moved. I don't know. Looks like these are all pretty long hyperlanes. I was hoping to find a system by now, but it'll probably be next turn or the one directly after that. Let's go ahead and send this guy down this way. Try and keep our fleet a little bit together in case this guy gets attacked. The wheel here has a bit of attack. And looks like we only have one population. Alright. Not terrible. But we need to find other civilizations to get more essence, basically. That is going to be the #1 thing. The other thing we probably want to do at some point is build a military fleet, but we don't really have the economy to handle that at the moment, so we're going to hold off for now. Laying down the law. Kudos, you have accrued enough influence to pass your first law. Open the Senate screen via the control banner to learn more. We can pass a law. I did play around with this in the first game. Basically, these are the laws that you can pass. You can kind of look through them and say, oh yeah, this one's useful to me. I need the manpower right now or whatever. I think the ship cost on all systems is pretty good. +3 per population on planets, but -1 approval. +2 experience per turn on ships. It's not bad. Let's try... We're gonna build more boats soon. Let's do the lower fleet costs. We will end our turn. Looks like we did find a system here. Go ahead and check it out. You can see there's a nice little animation that tells you about what's in this system. 2 lava planets, amazing production, but we cannot do anything about it because we can't colonize lava planets right now. Looks like that probe is continuing on its path, so We'll see if it gets to another system. If not, it is what it is. Found another system over here. Got Zines 1, medium ocean colonizable, dark glitter, decent food, decent science, some dust over there. This one has some pretty good science, a little bit of dust. Small ice, lots of science, a little bit of dust. An amazing amount of science here, but it is a barren world, so I won't be able to do much with that in the foreseeable future. But very cool. That colonizable thing is a very good thing, but we won't be able to exploit that until we get enough essence to build another colony ship. We can always move over there, but I'm not sure that that's really advisable considering the production out of that system. The production in the system is far better, even just with our single planet. Let's see. Anything else? This is a super long hyperlane thing. There we go. Found something. What's in this system? Got Rotonev 1, inhospitable lava, outstanding production, of course. Rotonev 2, we've got outstanding dust production. I always want to say gold. It's dust in this game. Rotonev 3, great dust production. Rotonev 4, outstanding dust production. This is a crazy dust system. We'd need to be able to colonize either toxic or lava to kind of get a foothold in here, but once we have that ability, we should definitely think about this, because this is a very key system if you want to have a thriving economy. We can take this leecher. We haven't ran into any other empires yet, so we're just going to take the leecher to go over this way. You're going to follow. And yeah, we're kind of waiting for that cerebral reality to get finished so that we get some money. Once we have the money, we can start thinking about upgrading our fleet. We've got a solo quest. So there are two types of quests in this game that I've run across, at least. There are solo ones where, like this one, where it is unique to my empire, and then there are cooperative quests where the entire galaxy kind of does it together, and depending on how much what's it called? Can you help with things? God damn it. How much participation you have in the quest, you may or may not get rewards. So this one's just for us. We need to kill a couple pirate fleets. We'll get some titanium, it looks like, when we do it, so it's okay. It's not, you know, something that I really care about all that much, but did highlight. Ooh, this is an interesting system. I haven't seen something like this before. Asteroid field. Very cool. We already explored Zanes. We can see this one now. Got lava. Got a desert world that is pretty good on production. Got a jungle world. A little bit of food and production. That is an amazing amount of science. Yeah. The jungle world is colonizable, but we can't really colonize it at the moment. It looks like this is the pirate fleet that we need to destroy at some point. But I'm not really going to focus on it. And this is the other pirate fleet, it looks like. That's cool. Let's see the fleets execute their orders. Looks like we're running into another empire here. Seems like it. So that's a good thing. I don't think this is actually an empire. This is another thing. Kind of like a city-state sort of thing. But we'll find out in the next turn. Let our probes continue moving. I haven't actually done this with the probes before, and it is extremely effective. I actually really like it. Before I was using my probes mostly to investigate these things. They're like little curiosities. And you get anomalies and, you know, resources, special resources and whatnot out of them. Okay, so we found a minor civilization, the Deuvians. You can be quiet. They're pragmatists. They are not interested in science. All about that art. So that's, you know, that's cool. They're a minor civ though, so they don't really matter all that much. Our Diplo rep will go up over time, simply by knowing them and not being terrible to them. But we're going to be kind of terrible to them because we need to steal their essence. So we're going to do this harvest essence ability. We're going to bring this ship in here. You're going to harvest essence as well. You're not going to be as good as the other guy. You can see here, plus 13 essence. Whereas this fleet is getting plus 50. So, I mean, not the best, but we need to get as much essence as possible. I'd like to get a second arc ship. I didn't actually make it to a second arc ship in my first playthrough. And I think this should be near done. Next turn, we're going to have a little bit of funds to play around with. We can build another ship. So let's go ahead and end our turn. Looks like we had our hero level up. He's got a skill point. We can assign skill points. So similar to the technology tree, you get skill points for your heroes, and then you can tell them, oh yeah, let's work on you being better at doing production and food, or you can make fleets get more experience and have a little bit more vision from a fleet or whatever. I think per hot. +5 production on system per hot. I don't know what that means. Fascination, creative, problem solving. That doesn't really explain to me what that means. Let's back out of this for a second. Let's see. Okay, yeah, hot is a climate type. So there's 2 hot planets in our home system. We should get a good production boost out of our home system if we assign him that point. I'm gonna inspect him, I think. Yeah, we gotta inspect him. He's got a skill point. We're gonna give him this. We should be getting 15 extra production now, but I'm not entirely sure how it all works. Apply the skill, and we'll back out of all of this. As far as I can tell, there isn't like a global production. Production is per system, it seems like. And let's see. Efficiency, aficionado, planet, cathedral, all worldly affairs. So I'm not sure if we're actually getting any bonuses. I'm not sure if you have to actually be able to colonize these or not. But yeah, I mean, you live and you learn. I still have absolutely no idea what I'm doing in this game most of the time, so don't expect high-level gameplay or anything. Just, you know, I'm learning, and I figure I might as well share that learning experience with you guys. Since I have these probes, I'm going to send one out this way. If they're... Whoops. I guess I never actually looked at this system. It's a decent planet all over. There's a monsoon planet here with a little bit of food. There's a toxic world here with a lot of dust. There's a gas planet with a ton of science. There's just a lot of science in our area at this time. And we have a few anomalies. So I can send a probe out of that ship. He's going to go and research that anomaly. It was successful. Our analysis showed this Ice 10 anomaly, and we gained 25 influence, which is actually interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten that before. So yeah, that's I think that's all the probes on this guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything else for a while. It's like, yeah, 2 turns to regenerate the probes. So we'll watch this probe, see what it does, and we will also build another wheel over here. And I think the other wheel is probably going to go out this... Well, maybe we'll send them this way. Or we'll send a probe out this way or something. We'll see. But yeah, we'll end our turn. Probe hasn't found anything yet. We are working on the wheel there. We are getting our influence or essence, which is great. That was a major problem for me in the last one. And yeah, I don't think we really need to do anything. We can just go ahead and do another turn. Alright. It's been 2 turns, so you should have more probes, right? You. No, let's not do that. Let's do this. The expedition was successful, and we found some dark glitter and got some dark glitter. What dark glitter is, I have no idea. Clouds of glittering particles that react to warp movement. Okay. Luxury. It's neat. I have no idea what I would do with it, but it is neat. It's a kind of magic. Congratulations, your empire through innocent or underhanded means has acquired some luxury resources. Learn how they can transform your fortunes by opening the economy screen. Sure. So, nobody knows why certain miraculous specimens appear in the galaxy in some places and not others, but it is certain that luxury resources can change empires. With up to 16 unique specimens able to exist in the galaxy, they are automatically exploited from your planets that have revealed luxury resources. Other means of acquiring them may include exploring curiosities, completing quests, diplomatic exchanges, and buying them on the marketplace. Luxury resources can be used for many things, most notably upgrading your star systems. In order to start such development projects, stage 3 of the economy and trade quadrant of the technology tree must be researched. Okay. So, if we get into stage 3 of the economy tree, then we can start doing some development stuff. It says it right there in red text. You don't have that yet. I agree. Discovered a resource. And yeah, what's this? Click to open game menu. Okay, good to know. Next turn, I will hopefully have another probe in this sky. No. Do not have another probe. It'll be one more turn. On guard, when orbiting one of your own systems or an opponent's, guard fleet action can be used to prevent free movement of the enemy's fleets. Interesting. In addition to guarding an opponent's system, directly impacts the economy. I didn't know that that was a thing. Enemy ships will be stopped for 1 turn when entering orbit. Okay. Very cool. What's this do? Auto explore. Alright, don't want to do that right now. This probe did find another system. Let's go ahead and get through this. Huge ash, inhospitable, tons of production, a little bit of dust. Small desert planet, good production and dust. Jungle planet, some food and production. Cool. Not bad. We are halfway to another arc. Also 2 turns away from getting our second exploration ship there. Our tech has been researched, so we now get more curiosities, and this movement bonus thing, I don't totally understand. I think it's saying that I get... Looks free movement for all ships. Approval system. We've gotten more approval in our home system. But let's go ahead and look at this. What is free movement? Is that a thing? Skip turn, auto explore probes, start expedition? Search for curiosities in the system and gain potential rewards or information. Very neat. We'll probably do that in a second. First, I want to send a probe here. do that final curiosity. Our analysis of life form on planet Elma 1 was successful. Red Sang resource deposit. Interesting. We found some coral. Red spice is derived from... Oh, it's a lichen. From a lichen that thrives in coral reefs... What? A lichen that thrives on coral reefs. Okay, lichens are like the sort of plant, sort of bacteria things that grow on rocks. How is it growing in a coral reef? I don't think... Is that a thing? I'm not sure if that's a thing. Either way, it gives +2 dust per person and +1 food per person. Very cool. We got a little bit stored up because we found it. We also found another one over here, but we can't really do anything about that because we don't have any probes. And yeah. Yes, I know. Approval thing. They approve of me. That is not my home system, that's why. Approval level can be changed for a number of reasons: planet colonizations, political changes, overpopulation, construction. Systems with high approval ratings will enjoy increased food and influence production, while those with lower ratings will suffer the reverse. Also note that weighted averages of approval levels will be individual systems. Your individual systems impacts the production of dust and science. Okay, yeah. Approval is important. They're content. It says -10 from planet. I don't know what that means. From a second planet, I think. So it went down a little bit because we have 2 colonizable planets now. That's fine. I don't really mind. We're going to be making a ton more dust and stuff, so we can definitely create at least 1 more wheel. We can also think about stuff like, I don't know, what's this holy proliferation thing? Oh, create a pop from essence. Alright, yep. Infinite supermarkets. Just +10 approval overall. Drone networks. Kind of interested in trying this. But I also would much rather have an arc ship. And the arc ships take 500 essence. So, yeah. We should definitely do the arc ship first. What does our manpower... Our manpower is fine, so we can also give it full manpower. I'm assuming that it's going to steal manpower for the ship. And if you don't have the manpower, then it just takes longer to generate the boat. But I'm not entirely sure. Looks like the probe is floating in deep space, but it has found another system. Hydrus 1, huge, toxic, inhospitable anomaly, the unknown atmospheric curiosity. Alright. Unknown subterranean curiosity, some food on there. More food. These are overall pretty balanced planets. And there are 2 colonizable ones. It's pretty far from my home system. But I may just move my home system. Depending on what I can find around. The problem is this is already taken. There's something colonizable here? Okay, so I think that's what the colored in dot is. Colored in dot means that you can colonize a system. So, I'm considering actually moving my ships down here, my arcs. Put one on Hydrus and then one on Lahat once I build it. I think that might be a good idea. Also, we should pick a research. Let's see. We could do more colonizable systems. Let's see what's in here. Ash, desert, jungle. And then we have toxic, monsoon, and tundra. So, I don't think that we'll actually be able to colonize any more out of these. Desert we could do, actually. Yeah, we could definitely do desert. I think getting the tech for that is actually probably a good idea. Which one is desert? That's arid. Mediterranean. Is desert up here? Oh, it is up here. anything else I want out of these? Magnetic field generators. +2 science per pop on planet with anomalies on planets. +1 pop science per pop on planets. Interesting. What do you give? +5 on planets. Applied happiness program. Then we can install a special module. H-Field Fleet Accelerator. What does it do? Fleet movement points. Oh. Well, that's kind of cool. Vision range +2. Probe stock +2. That sounds good to me. Probe stock 3. Vision range 3. Imperium probes. Okay, I kind of want to do this. Let's do the machine bacteria. And yeah, I mean, we're at 35 minutes, so I think I'm going to cut this episode here. And then in the next one, we will consider actually just jumping ship and moving over here. I think it would be beneficial to us in the long run. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying. This is a very cool game, and I'm very excited to play it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.